Just gonna come right out and say it. I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't mind the Ewoks. I know that might get some hate, but yeah, no, I don't mind them. I think that they're cool. Yep, I said it. I admit, I think the Ewoks are cool. Hello and welcome to another episode of Basecoating Painting. Today we're going to be painting Leia and Wicket from Star Wars Shatterpoint by Atomic Mass Games. Yeah, these are fun. And again, I like the Ewoks. I know people hate them and wish that it was the Wookiees like they originally intended, but yeah, no, I like them. I like the Ewoks. So let's paint this. First thing we're going to do is give the miniatures a dark spray here. I'm going to start with Leia's tunic here. It's angel green's what we're going to use, and we're just going to put that all over her cloak and tunic. Next, we're taking some Beastie Brown and some Desert Yellow, and we're hopping over to Wicket because I'm too excited. The Beastie Brown is going to go all over his arms, legs, and his ears there. But then we're going to take our Desert Yellow while this is still wet, and we're going to kind of wet blend that into his stomach and his face area. So we just kind of have to take our time and get the colors wet blended in. Next, we're going to take some fur brown, and this is going to go all over his little cowl that he has. And we're going to take some Beastie Brown, and we're going to take some pale sand. So we're going to start adding in a little bit of pale sand, and we're just going to do little dots and strips and scrapes all over that fur to give the appearance of fur. So we don't have to go through and paint every little strand that's available. Plus, some of the parts of the sculpt are pretty smooth and don't read as fur, so we kind of want to make that look like it's furry. And we're adding in more of the pale sand there and just going through and adding in those little dots just to give the illusion of fur. And we want to make sure we get this on the tips of his ears as well. And again, like I said, we're just going through adding in some more little highlights here of the fur and just bringing up all the colors. Again, we have to make it look like it's fur. And we're going to take our Desert Yellow and we're going to start adding in little parts of Ice Yellow. And we're doing the same thing for the stomach here and also on the face. We're just bringing it up. Again, making it look like fur because the sculpt just doesn't have that much texture. It's quite smooth. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the issues with some of these sculpts that AMG does, is they don't put in all the fur. Like Malekith is a good example of that. That cat that Malekith is riding is like smooth. So we have to go in and do the extra work here to make it basically read as fur. And this is a really simple way of doing that. And we're going to take some fur brown, we're going to add in some of that ice yellow, and we're going to start layering up his cowl and just bringing up that color and adding a little bit more of that ice yellow to make it a little bit brighter and staying away from the recesses and just bringing it up. So you can see here we've added in more of that ice yellow and lighten that color up even more. And it's okay if this looks a little scratchy. It is weird, homeless Care Bear clothing. Now we're going to take some oak brown here, and this is just going to go on his nose and on his lips. We're going to take a little bit of matte white, and we're just going to put a little bit of a dot of reflection in his eyes. And we're going to take some leather brown, and this is going on the wood shaft of his spear. And we'll take a little bit of khaki here, and this is going to go on the wrappings that he has on his spear. And we're going to take some deep gray, and this is going on the stone of the spear here, so the pointy end. And we're going to take some pale sand. We're going to add that into our khaki and just bring up a layer up on all those wrappings that he has. And we're taking some barbarian flesh here, and we're hopping back over to Leia, and this is going all over her face, her arms, and her hands. Sorry about the focus there. Now we're going to take some sky blue, and this is going on her pants. And we're going to take some oak brown, and we're going to toss this on her hair. Well, don't toss it. Paint it on. Paint it. And we're going to take some Carroburg Crimson here. We're going to hop back over to Wicket, and we're just going to put this on the shaft of a spear because they're redwoods in the movie, because that's where they filmed it. But yeah. And we're going to take some pale gray here, and we're just going to dry brush the tip of his stone spear, and he's pretty much done. Now we're going to take some green skin here. We're going to start adding that into our angel green, and we're going to start bringing up the colors on her tunic. I guess it's a tunic. Cloak? I don't know. Anyway, we're hitting all the raised areas. We're leaving that angel green in the recesses, and we're just bringing up all that green color. And next we're adding in a little bit of rainforest to that green, and yep, we're just bringing it all up, still doing our layering up on all of the tunic that she's got on. And again, we're just slowly adding in that rainforest color, bringing it up. So we don't want it to be too bright because it is like a camouflage cloak, which we will fix in the end. But yeah, we want just a nice, vibrant, foresty sort of green. And we've got that last highlight we're going to do. If we turn her and sort of look straight down at her, we can kind of just see the raised spots that we're going to get that highest color on. I'm going to take some crystal blue and some bright sapphire. We're going to make a pretty light blue here and just bring up all of the sky blue that we had put on her pants. So her pants end up being in the film a very sort of pale blue, and we're just going to go through and get it to that point. And now we're almost at like a pure bright sapphire. So again, we're just bringing that all up, getting it to that really pale blue color we want. And we're going to take some Lilith yellow here. She's got a stripe that goes down the center of her pant legs there, and it's just going to go on there. And we're taking our barbarian flesh and our Dorado skin here. We're going to make a bit of a mix here, and we're going to start highlighting up all of her skin. So by the time we're done, it's going to be almost the pure Dorado skin. I think that's how you say it, Dorado. Dorito skin? Either way, we're just going through, leaving our original skin tone in the recesses and bringing it all up. And you can see here we're at that pretty much pure Dorado skin area, and we've brought all those colors up, and it's looking really nice. Next, we're going to take some Basilisk Red, and we're going to get that on her lips. She's wearing a little bit of color on her lips in the movies. You could probably use a more pale color than this, but it turns out fine. And we're taking our oak brown and we're building up a little bit of fur brown into it, and we're just going to start highlighting up her hair. She has a very sort of chestnutty with almost like a hint of red in her hair. So again, we're now pretty much at that fur brown, just bringing that color up. And we're going to take some deep gray here, and we're just going to use this as a highlight over her belt and boots. So they're already dark from that olive green color, so we're just going to kind of add in some highlights to it. We don't have to do anything else to them. Now we're taking some pale gray. Again, like I said, we didn't have to put a base coat on them. We're just adding in a little bit more and of that pale gray, and just bringing it up, highlighting up those boots and belts. Now you could stop here and be done, but in the movie her cloak has like some camo coloring to it and not like a pattern. It kind of looks like they took some cloth and spray painted or airbrushed patterns onto it. So it's not like camouflage that has like an end to the color. It kind of blends together. So we're going to do a super easy way to make it look like that now. And we're going to start by taking some desert yellow and our makeup dry brush. We want to get a small makeup dry brush, and we just want to start dry brushing desert yellow on certain areas of that green. And yeah, we spent a lot of time highlighting up that green, but in the end this turns out looking really good and kind of subtle and very smooth, like it is in the movies. And then we're going to hop to our parasite brown, and we're going to do some dry brushing on that. And it's okay if we go over any of the desert yellow, but we want to get some areas that are desert yellow, some areas that are parasite brown, and just dry brush through it. And yeah, it ends up looking, again, really subtle but nice. And we'll do the bases on these guys, and they are done. And here they are all finished up. Wicket turned out really good. He is really small, but I'm really happy with how he turned out. It was a lot of fun painting him. And here is Princess Leia. I went in and did her eyes. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. She looks a little like Lois Griffin, but I'm really happy with how she turned out, and she's a cool miniature. What do you guys think? Did you pick this pack up? I really enjoyed painting the Ewoks. I like the Ewoks. I know people hate them, but yeah, I do. I mean, I also like the idea of like a small race of primitives helping to take down the Empire. They're like, they're like furry hobbits. What's your thoughts on Ewoks? Let me know in the comments below. They're probably going to be harsh. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and you guys have a great day.